Hi, my name is Sexton. I am a news anchor at PES3, Peachtree City, Georgia. I am here today with Chuck Yeager, and he is a famous test pilot. Good morning, Mr. Yeager. It's great to have you with this morning.
Thank you, Mr. Sexton. I'm looking forward to our discussion.
Thanks. My television viewers are excited about learning more about you. Let's get started. When were you born?
I was born February 13th, 1923 in West Virginia.
So that makes you 93 years old. You're soon going to be 100 years old.
Thanks. I've been blessed with a very long and rewarding life.
What was your childhood like? What were your parents like? And did you grow up with any brothers or sisters?
I had a mother and a father, and I grew up in a town in the country. I liked learning about hunting and fishing, and I also had an interest in how machines worked. I grew up with two brothers, Roy and Hal, and two sisters, Doris and Pansy.
Are you married?
I married my first wife, Glennis, after I came back from the war in 1945. She passed away in 1990.
I'm sorry to hear that. How did you meet your first wife?
In 1943, I met Glennis when she was working at a USO office, and I asked her if she could set up a dance for me and my pilot friends. I also asked her to be my date to the dance because I liked her.
I've never heard of USO. Can I ask what that is?
The USO, it's the United Service Organization. They help our troops and their families. Glennis was working for them at the time.
Let's see. The USA entered the war in December 1941. We fought until the summer of 1945, so you were away from Glennis fighting the war for a bit longer than a year. Were you lonely during that time?
I was assigned to the 8th Air Force Unit in England in early 1944. I missed Glennis, but I had friends with me. I actually named my airplane Glamorous Glenn after Glennis.
How many missions did you fly?
I flew 61 missions. When my tour of duty was over, I went back to the United States and I married Glennis. I continued to fly planes and fix them for the Air Force.
Did you win any medals in the Air Force?
I got the Bronze Star after I helped another man who lost his leg during an escape in the war. In 1973, I was inducted into the National Aviation Hall of Fame. And then in 1975, Congress gave me the Silver Medal.
You got the silver medal for flying faster than the speed of sound in an airplane, right?
Yes, I flew the Bell X-1. I broke the sound barrier in this airplane in 1947. This means I flew faster than the speed of sound. Do you know how fast the speed of sound is?
770 miles per hour.
That's correct. I was the first person to do this. I was called the fastest man alive. It was very risky work, but also very exciting, and it was worth it.
You were a test pilot, so what is the craziest airplane that you have ever flown in?
The Bell X-1 was pretty crazy because it was rocket-powered. I also flew in a Russian-made airplane called a MiG-15. I thought this was a flying booby trap because it was very hard to control. Also, I flew in the Lockheed NF-104A to an altitude of about 23 miles, which was a record. But I had an accident with this plane, and it was destroyed.
Did you have any other airplane accidents?
Well, I was shot down by the Germans over France during World War II. This is when I helped that man escape, for which I won the Bronze Star.
When did you retire from the Air Force?
I was in the U.S. Armed Forces for 34 years. I started as an aircraft mechanic in 1941. I fought in the war, and I did lots of things for the Air Force, including being a test pilot. I retired in 1975. The years I loved best were the late 40s and the early 50s, while I was a test pilot at Edwards Air Force Base. I flew the Bell X-1 and many other planes. It was a golden age of flying and fun.
Thank you, Mr. Yeager, for being such a great guest and making our viewers very happy.
You are very welcome, Mr. Sexton. Thank you for having me.